think we're live? Welcome back to She is the Ancient, a genderbent Curse of Strahd here on Gilding Light. Thanks to the Gilding Light team for, hosting this show, and to Satine Phoenix and to DC Lacer for producing today and every week. I'm your Dungeon Master, Beth the Bard, everywhere at It's Beth the Bard. I'm gonna intro the characters. No, they're gonna intro themselves. That's how that's gonna
we
work.
did not agree on that. You just said you would do it for us.
No. Todd is not here with us today, aka just Jay, so we will skip them.
We'll leave with them.
Fenway!
What? Why do I have to go first?
Because I'm looking at the screen and it looks like you're like... Oh, you're... Nope, you're that way.
Other
You're right
way.
there.
There you go.
Directions.
Hi everyone, my name is Fenway Jones, also known as Fenway the Teen DM on Twitter and at Jasper's Game Day on all of the social medias. I will be playing Sarseneth, the friendly neighborhood half-demon, half-angel rogue cleric who has a major identity crisis with everything that she is. Yeah, I'm excited to play today.
All right. Jordan Campbell is what I see on the Zoom, but I don't call you Jordan. Jay!
I'm gonna change that in a moment, but hey, what can I say? It's Jay Casual. You can find me on all social media at Just2Casual and Casual Creativity over on Twitch. You can also find me on multiple channels, including the Initiative Order, as I play a ghoulish wastelander in a Fallout TTRPG. Fridays on Creators Assemble, as I use some of my personal homebrew content from Deep Breath in the Agents of Nyx campaign. But about Deep Breath, it is a retrofuturistic urban fantasy setting inspired by anime and JRPGs. You get to experience a world in conflict between the old world of magic with casters and dragons and the new world of technology with hackers and computer programs. We ask simply, where do you stand? Inhale anticipation, explore deep breath, exhale excitement. And today I am DJ Boombox, Dr. Jericho, going through changes and evolving adamantly daily, moving through the many paces and waves of my formation of my history. And I'm finding myself in the darkest reaches of Ravenloft, finding that the truth is always worse than the reality we live in.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. Go ahead, follow that, Ty.
Hello, I am Ty Stone at lame_riot on Twitter. I work with Beth the Bard on content creation and story writing. And today I'll be playing Roxy, the Hexblood Bard, who is conflicted with feelings about things right now.
I'm here to vote that DJ always goes last in introductions, so no one has to follow it.
That's fair. That's fair. Not even mad at that.
That's arrangeable now that we've three sessions left of the game. So Roxy is going to recap us. You have 30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Someone time me. I'm gonna see what I get. All right, ready?
Go.
Go. All right, so we dealt with body snatcher plants that turned us into scarecrows. Then after that, we started walking in the woods because we wanted to get out and we wanted to take a shortcut. We stopped to camp because we were all tired and hurt.
Oh God.
In the camp, Roxy and DJ were talking about his vision, and then Roxy started getting talked to by someone who could see them, and they're not supposed to be able to see them in Liam's tiny hut. So that was a little scary. When they woke up, there was teeth surrounding where the hut was, and creepy skin bags hanging above them. And then Todd ran into the woods and disappeared.
That's a lot quicker than I do.
What I get?
31 seconds.
I stumbled on Liam's tiny hut. I should have just said tiny hut.
You did. Literally, the Liaman put you over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay, so.
Sorry to anyone who actually could not understand what I said.
I was like, slow it down. Luckily, there's subtitles, right, guys?
I felt pressure. I wanted that 30 seconds.
So, we open our scene. You have left the tiny hut. You've been examining the teeth on the ground. You see these bags hanging from the trees around you. Todd runs off into the woods. what are you like? What is your guys' reaction to all of that happening simultaneously?
I mean, I feel like we're not super surprised by Todd running off because it's not the first time they've done it, and it probably won't be the last. At least Sarsneth's not. I can't speak for DJ and Roxy, but Sarsneth is not surprised.
Roxy is currently cutting down skin bags, which is a fun thing to say. And examining them.
As you're cutting them down, you realize that they're not like tied up with rope like you had thought before. They're just long bunch strands of hair. Tying them together, tied into the tree.
As someone who uses hair in spell components, do I kind of know what this might have been from? And maybe
species, or
so not species,
like a spell type.
What maybe this, because I use hair in some of my magic as a hex blood. So would I know maybe what the purpose of these bags was? And I also am examining the contents to try to
identify.
Arcana with advantage.
I have exhaustion, so would it be at just a regular roll?
It would. Right. Thank you for the reminder. You guys all have one level of exhaustion.
Oh, that's cool. Natural 20.
Oh.
29.
Oh, wait. Oh, guidance. That's a straight check. Oh, dang.
29. Oh, yeah. So 30.
Tell me how you're using your guidance.
32. I mean, whenever I'm trying to learn something or figure something out about this new land, I just let whatever's been speaking to me in to help teach me things, because the spirits that I feel talk to me are very specific to this land of Barovia. They've told me as such.
So anyone who is watching Roxy, I guess, cutting these down, because you specifically used guidance, you're going to see Roxy's eyes go pitch
Probably
black.
Clouded, yeah. Pitch black or clouded.
Like, just, like, suddenly, not even like, you know, shut-eye, open black eyes. It's kind of like you can watch the ink pouring in from the sides.
No.
As they are examining these bags and this hair. You don't necessarily feel a change in you or anything, Roxy. But you open one, and it's got some sort of gem in it. It's got some herbs. You open another one, and it's just got like the organ of an animal in it. They seem to be serving different purposes, but the one with the herbs and stuff that you're holding, you kind of are gathering there's some sort of siphoning magic connected to it, some ritualistic stuff there. And the other one kind of throws you for a loop. You're like, I've done a lot of spell work and stuff like that. Why is there a blood-filled organ in this one? Like, that doesn't seem to make sense. You guys all hear, or at least DJ very well, can hear a cart rolling away and the sound of a horse whinnying. Whinnying? Is that a word? Whinnying?
Yes. Am I in a trance-like state, or would I be able to hear things around me, or am I just hearing like the
You're
whispers?
just examining stuff. You have no idea that, like, and you're like guidance and like feeling it out. You don't really feel that different.
Okay.
Hey, Roxy? What? Did you put ink in your eyes?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
We need to burn all of these, and someone needs to go find Todd.
Nose goes.
I do believe Todd at this point has decided to pursue a different direction.
Like, you guys need to help me. We need to burn all these, and I'll hold up the skin sacks.
You see, like Ez and Irina and stuff, they have their fingers on their nose, and they're like, oh, yeah, okay. And they, like, start helping cut them down and like just making this pile of skin.
While they do that,
Eggs.
I'll walk around and like kick the teeth out of a perfect circle.
Okay.
Sarznek is going to follow behind Roxy and start picking up the teeth.
Interesting decision. I like it.
We had visitors last night. Whatever they were hanging above us, it was a curse of some sort. Don't know how long they were up there, but we're lucky to have seen them. How's everyone feeling this morning?
Ez and Irina kind of like, you can see they've got these bags under their eyes and they're like, I'm not doing so great. And Rictavia is just kind of distracted over like looking at the glowing gem and trying to, you can tell she's kind of having this internal argument with herself.
I'll walk over to her and be like, there are people watching us. This gem needs to be as far away from us as possible. I don't think they're after the gem. I think this is personal.
I was just thinking the same thing. I don't know whether I should join you all. You have Ez.
Does he know his way around the castle?
He probably knows his way around better than I do. I've been in it a few times, but he's been in it recently. I mean, recent enough to find your friend, right?
And the doctor has a way with architecture, so we can always use his help too.
Yes,
he does.
He has a way with architecture.
This gym needs to be safe. I don't think they're after it, but if they get a hold of it, who knows what can happen.
I think I'm going to leave you all, and I'm going to try and bring this back to the winery.
Do you have a way to move fast?
I have a way to move safe, and
Do you trust me?
Stops whatever she's doing and squints her eyes at you.
Polymorph her into a dire wolf.
Oh! She's like...
She has all of her belongings and stuff with her. And I'll just look at the wolf form and be like, you have 1 hour. Make the most of it.
She kind of gives a turn, little nod, and then just like takes off into the woods. As she's taking off, DJ, you definitely hear some scurrying off to the sides.
Like mice?
I don't know.
If all is taken care of.
I have a 16 perception and passive perception and passive insight. So
It's not mice.
okay.
I'm going to use my telepathic link, and I'm going to make links with Zarzaneth and the doctor, so that none of this is said out loud. Do you guys remember the hags that are just so happen to be between us and the castle?
The night hags that took DJ?
Yeah, the one we were in their home once. Yeah, you can respond. This is a telepathic link.
Okay. What of them?
I think they're hunting us. Those bags. My people and people like me. I could tell by the components. It was definitely from my kin. Everyone's a little extra tired, and I think that there was an energy siphon or a life siphon. I'm not completely sure. But what I read in the book last night, they were doing the same thing to that man that was in Barovia, the one that I failed to raise from the dead. They were doing the same thing to him.
And Irina can't hear this or anything?
Nope, I don't want to like freak
Okay.
everyone out. I am just letting them know.
Do I know if this was like a magical effect that caused this, like an actual spell, or is it just like a natural effect of
I mean,
magic?
I would explain. Yeah, I mean, I'm explaining the components used, and that it is a certain brand of magic used. don't think it's safe to stay long. We need to be moving and be very careful of our surroundings.
We have a mission, a goal. The castle is where all of our solutions will come from. Whoever aims to hunt us, so be it. We have been hunted at every town, village, crossing, or path we've come to. We continue onward. Less fear bring us closer to death. And DJ will start making almost like a precise marched step forward now towards the castle.
Delightful.
After all the bags are like on fire and stuff, I'll tell Irina and as if I don't know if it's anything to worry about, but I believe we're being watched. Just keep an eye out and an ear out.
You definitely get the sense that you're being watched, but what were you going to say, Sarseneth?
The answer, the statement, I don't know if it's anything to be worried about, definitely makes me think we should worry about it, but
I've been honest about everything we should worry about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not accurate, but sure.
DJ, as you begin to move forward, again, it is completely dark outside. The sun has not come up, though you are pretty sure it is morning. It's not just dark, but it's like foggy and dark. As you move forward, DJ, you hear the sound of slurping, a crunch.
Oral horrors, you might say?
Oral horrors.
like dig slurping?
Dig slurp. Oh my gosh. As you begin to move down this trail, you see these rivets in the ground where Todd had disappeared earlier, but right off the trail, you see something hunched over. All you see is hunched shoulders and oral horrors. As you realize this thing is sitting there sucking on one of these bags that was hanging from the tree.
First off, detect magic is active.
Slurping one of the skin bags. Not anything that I would have thought I would ever hear.
Is it like in the path, or is it kind of off the path that I'm heading towards?
It is almost in your way. You're gonna have to brush past it.
DJ will continue on without any regard for whatever this thing is and attempt to just continue past it.
Okay.
I was also right behind DJ, but my passive perception's like 11, so.
Sarseneth is gonna look around at the thing.
It's fully focused on what it's doing, and as DJ passes first, it kind of stops. You see a head come up. The back of its head is completely bald. You can see long pointed ears. And as Roxy with 11 perception, you said?
I probably don't see it until I'm up on it.
Stumbles past. It just kind of twists its head and looks over, direct eye contact. And you see these long fangs, this pale face, these sunken eyes, and just blood dripping down its chin and chest.
I'd like to respond to it, making the noise. I will immediately draw my sunblade and bonus action illuminate it with the radiant light and just point it as I continue walking.
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to work like I want it to. However, I would like to try and use the holy symbol of Ravenkind to cast hold vampires.
Okay.
Look at us using our cool magic. I pull out my book and I try to figure out what this thing is.
And then I look at Ez and go, I think this is your realm of expertise.
So a few things happening at once. So DJ pulls out the sun sword, holds it out. You hear this thing like as it like pulls back into the woods and like near a tree. And at that same moment, you hear from about 5 other locations above, around, and next to you.
So, as an action, you can expend 1 charge and present the holy symbol to make it flare with holy power. Vampires and vampires spawn within 30 feet of the holy symbol. When it flares, must make a wisdom saving throw. So, if these are either vampires or vampire spawn, they must make a wisdom saving throw.
Let's see. Actually, are they technically considered? I mean, I would think so. Okay, so 7?
No.
So they are stuck?
Yeah, they're paralyzed.
Okay. So you see like they are backing up and then all of a sudden they stop backing up and they're just kind of like the ones that you can see at least 6 of them now as the sun sword has illuminated the space, and they're kind of stuck doing this jerky motion and screeching out. Each one of them is holding one of these bags that had like the organ in it and was just covered in the blood from it.
We've made her very angry.
First of all, I have not done anything. Second of all, what the heck are these things?
You know, I don't have experience with these ones yet.
You're a terrible vampire hunter.
No. I know
We
what
sent
they
the wrong
are.
person with the gem.
No. I know what these are. They're vampire adjacent, okay? And he just like you can tell he's like getting real nerdy about it because like they're stuck, right? Like how long are they stuck?
They're stuck for a minute, so we don't have much time.
If that's the case, I'd like to use, while they're discussing, I'm going to amplify the light to extend its range. And I'm going to just keep doing that while they talk, because it takes like a couple turns to go to the full range.
Oh, okay. So while they're stuck, you're just like...
I'm going to nerd out with this.
Charging it up.
So yeah, these are like vampires, only, you know, rather than like the logical thinking brain and strategizing and stuff, they just want to eat
beautiful
your face.
And powerful, yeah. These are completely different.
Are they shape changers?
These ones, you know, I haven't seen one of these change shape.
Well, if you think we stand a chance, now's the time to experiment, isn't it?
Are you saying because they're stuck? Like we can.
Yes,
stuck,
go.
Right?
They're stuck. They're paralyzed.
Okay. And
I'll just point over to the doctor and be like, someone's ready to help. So
I'm gonna cast Moonbeam.
On who?
In the general vicinity of the first thing.
Okay.
And just like see what happens to it, because it does damage even if they're not shape changers. So.
Yeah, DJ hasn't stopped walking because DJ thought we were going for the castle, not that we're going to stop and fight. So,
Also,
doesn't something happen when I cast the spell?
Silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range until the spell ends. Dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain. And you're just in a 5-foot radius, not centered on anything or anyone?
It's centered on the first. The first vampire thing.
Yeah, so you center it on there, It does not change form, but it begins to like screech this ungodly, like ear-piercing noise as it just shakes around and rides in this radiant damage.
Cool.
As is like walking towards and goes, I was gonna look at that one.
Choose a different one.
Burning
Probably
up.
for the best. Our lantern is moving.
Oh, you're just walking. Oh, DJ walks away. Okay.
DJ!
They don't have to work our time. As DJ's like,
DJ has walked away.
Now
And
we
it's
lost two of them.
with the amount of time, at most DJ's like 60 feet away.
As DJ moves away with the Sun Sword arm and the 1 minute on Hold Vampires concludes.
I am using my moonbeam on as many of them as possible while that 1 minute is happening.
While that 1 minute is happening? Okay, so you probably start that about 30 seconds in. Okay, how many more do you want to hit?
Well, every 6 seconds, so I can hit theoretically 5 of them.
Okay. That is a 4 on one of them.
No.
A 14 on another.
Nope.
19.
Yes.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
And 17.
Okay, that'll make it 2. So 2 of them fail. But they still take half damage on the success.
So,
Right.
as DJ moves away, as Sarzeneth is like, Moonbeam! 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 Moonbeam!
I'm making sure to stay in the light, but I'm also nerding out with Ez about how these things are created and
Ez is like up against one, like,
what makes
look
them
at the
so different.
fangs, look at the ears, look at everything about
And
them. It's so unique.
As the light starts to creep away from him, I kind of like pull him back to make sure he stays in the light.
And
20 or 10 damage.
20 or 10. Oh, got it. Okay.
You get to choose.
I get to choose.
No.
Delightful. As you guys are doing this, you knock out a lot of them. Roxy and Ez are right up against one, checking it out. Ez is like, pulls out a notebook, is taking notes. Suddenly, it lunges towards the two of you. Roxy, you unfortunately are going to be right in front of it, and that is going to be a 10 to hit, an 18 to hit, and a 14 to hit.
2 hits.
2 of them hit.
My AC is 14.
Okay, delightful. So first it lunges towards you, and you're thinking like it's been moving around this whole time, but it's been held off by the light and held off by the Hold Vampire, and it kind of brings its arm in and slashes you for, that is 9 damage. And as it grabs onto your arm, it latches on with its teeth and just digs right into like your lower neck area with a that is 9 piercing damage and 7 necrotic damage.
Oh, dang.
As it just digs in and rips back with just like this chunk of Roxy kind of falling out of its mouth as Ez goes, oh no! And
does he say it like that too?
I told you to stay in the light, and I'm gonna stumble into the light. I was trying to stay at least on the very edge of it.
Oh, we're in initiative mode now, so you'll be able to move on your turn.
All right.
Another one nearby lunges forward. And Sarzeneth, where are you?
I'm wherever, like I was inching forward with the light as well. I was just moving the moonbeam with like moving the moonbeam around me.
Okay.
In a circle. So all of the ones closest to me are the ones that got hit.
So this other one kind of jumps out of the shadows and just slashes Ez like right across the face, and he is going to take 12 damage from it. DJ.
Okay. So I didn't make it too far away, and I have a bonus movement speed because I had changed my armor to the infiltrator. So I'm going to run up full speed as the light will come shining through this portion of darkness, and I'm going to, while in large still, try to cleave one with a booming blade sunstrike.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
But you have to call out the attack like a Dragon Ball Z character.
With the bonus, that's
I feel like they will not have an issue with that.
22.
A 22. No, that doesn't hit. I'm kidding. That hits barely.
All right. So, are they undead?
They are undead.
Okay. So, they are going to take 19 points of radiant damage, 8 points of thunder damage, and they will be wreathed in this booming energy.
Breathed in booming energy.
Mm-hmm.
Describe to me what an ugly vampire looks like when it is breathed in booming energy, please.
So as the impact of the strike causes almost like a glimmering glitter bomb around its body, the light will stick to its body and reflect this light and create a soft cyclone around its body. It's ever so faint, as if the wind is carrying through the trees, the leaves, and debris, preparing to shred its body if it chooses to move.
Delightful. Sarseneth. I'm gonna put a condition on that one. Wreathed in booming glitter.
So, since I have the turn undead feature on my cleric, I'm gonna try and use that. But if I expend 3 charges with my holy symbol of Ravenkind, they have disadvantage on their saving throws.
Okay.
So I need all of them within 60 feet of me to make wisdom saving throws at disadvantage.
At disadvantage. First
Correct.
one is a 5. Second one is a 5. Oh no. Third is a 14.
Still doesn't make it.
Doesn't make it. Okay. Oh, wait, sorry, there's 4 there. And a 6.
So none of them make it, and all of them have to use their reaction to run as far away from me as they can.
Delightful. And you cast a spell just now, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Well, Medley Rose had a birthday last week and paid for a wild magic surge. And we're going to use that now. So go ahead and roll me a D100.
Okay.
I think if it was a birthday present, we should have 2 wild magic surges.
Don't tempt me.
And I'll be willing to be the victim of the second one.
Watch as a fireball gets self-casted on you then.
I know the spell, so it works.
51.
51. Oh no.
Oh,
no. As you do this, everyone goes invisible. Suddenly you see nobody around you. You put your hands out in front of you. You don't see your own hands. And that is that. Roxy, what are you doing here?
Is the light from the sword still very visible?
I think so.
Is it? Because if I'm invisible,
it's
the sword.
Oh, it's invisible
DJ.
now.
Yeah.
So for everyone else, it's
we
dark.
don't have the
I'm over here.
light. Oh.
But all of the vampires had to run away.
Oh yeah, they use a reaction to run away, right?
Yeah.
Do I see the one that attacked me?
You see nothing. You see no one.
So even this vampire
They're
spawn went
invisible. Yeah, so you don't even know that they're running away. You just know that everybody went invisible.
I'm gonna
Real quick.
reach out telepathically for either Zarzeneth or Ez. I think I was closest to Ez, so I'm gonna like try to feel for a physical body and reach out telepathically. And
You're going to reach out to. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to sense someone's thoughts and then connect to it, so I can talk to them.
Irina is freaking out.
So okay, hers were probably super strong. Oh, did I go blind, or did this happen to everybody?
And you say this telepathically, not out loud, correct?
Yeah, I connected to the first thoughts that I found and made a link.
She's like, Roxy, or should I, Roxy, is that you?
Yeah, I'm right here, and I'll cast Minor Illusion right above me, and just have like a little yellow bird kind of flying in a circle above me, and be like, I'm right here, and I'll cast Minor Illusion.
You have polymorphed into a bird?
No, that's an illusion. I'm just letting you know where I am. Come, I was next to Ez, and the doctor. Make your way this way.
She begins like feeling around. You can't see this, but she's like feeling around, like waiting for vampires to like start biting at any moment. And you just hear like, I cannot see the vampires. I cannot see the people. I cannot see anything. I see the bird.
Sarzeneth's gonna shout out, "There's no more vampires!"
You suddenly are visible again, Sarzeneth.
I would like to say that the vampire that ran from me is going to take 15 points of thunder damage because the booming energy.
Got it.
I can see myself again? Can anybody see me?
I can see you. You hear Irina say, and then you can see her as well.
I'll say out loud, how did you guys do that?
You can see Roxy.
I'll run up to Irina.
Everyone went invisible, and I don't know where the creatures are. And you hear like
they're gone.
One as it's like running away, and like spider climbing up a tree.
They're running away, specifically
Dr.
from me.
Ez, where are you? We still can't see you.
I think you have to talk.
There's like silence for a moment, and then all of a sudden, about 3 inches in front of your face, he goes, "I am here," and he just like appears out of invisibility.
Yes, very impressive.
Seems to be a vocal thing.
As I'm like holding my neck that got ripped into.
That doesn't look great.
Yeah, I told you not to get too close.
Let me help you with that. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on
highest
Roxy.
Level. Highest. I'm so important.
No. I will give you a level 1. Just because you said that. I was gonna do level 2, but
Change of mind. We're actually gonna do healing word now instead of cure wounds.
I'm only important enough for a bonus action.
That's only because I didn't have a reaction healing. Just saying.
You heal. Where'd it go? You heal 6 points of damage.
I saw that one you rolled. I was like, oh.
Irina also reaches out, puts a hand on you. You hear her recite some sort of incantation under her breath, and you can feel the healing energy come from her hand as well. For she also rolled 6 for healing. Same spell.
Thank you both. I believe you've helped the bleeding stop, but maybe we should go before those things come back.
You can see and hear them all at this point. They're up in the trees and they're just like hanging on, looking down at you.
They're not really gonna come back unless
Doctor,
I'm not here anymore.
If you say something, the sword's light will come back.
Let us be on our way. As DJ is walking away, as they're starting to manifest.
You're like 80 feet away when you finally speak. We're like,
and DJ's form is changed once again. This time more of an ashen gray skin, larger build than normal, even counting the fact that they're enlarged. Muscular form, knife ears like that of an elf. The appearance is akin to what you would consider a orc, but yet an elf, possibly a breed of the two.
Ez is gonna be like, so I've got some questions. Like,
Yeah.
We all have questions.
Are you?
Oh, and the sun sword is no longer embedded in the arm. It is seemingly being wielded in the right hand this time.
Are you looking for what you saw in the visions? You've changed quite a bit, not more than usual, in different ways since your visions. Are you searching for what you found?
I am not searching for what I found. I have been searching for what is lost. Though, as DJ starts to look down at their left hand, which is holding the shield, I think I have finally acclimated.
So this you feels right?
And will sheath the sun sword into, and you notice when we first had the blade, there was no sheath. Sheath it perfectly into the scabbard that's on the left hip, adorned in this marble obsidian plate mail similar to the mannequin skin that DJ once had when they first crafted their new body. It shall do for the time being.
DM, I have a question.
DM, you have a question?
Yes. So, I read everything about Strahd and totally devoured that book.
Okay.
Is
I was like, wait, outside the
any
game?
of the imagery that, because after the conversation that we had the previous night, am I recognizing any of the imagery from the changes? Anything that I've read, any description of symbols or adornments?
In DJ?
Yeah.
Be like,
How to throw your DM off 101. Coming up with questions she did not
I
expect
can't
to be asked.
even type properly. I'm like, check in with other player.
I mean, in my understanding, Dr. Jericho has lived countless lives of different forms, but each time has always reverted to what is considered the common form. So amongst this sunblade, the armor, and other items, there is a correlation that could be made between interactions of this vessel with Strahd and Strahd associates.
Okay.
I was gonna
To
say
what degree is unknown.
yes, but
Okay.
the
that's
form
fine.
threw me off.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get anything too specific, but I don't know. Roxy's a nerd who reads and...
I will say this form is definitely the most. There are more details about this form that would be more recognizable to Roxy than any of the previous forms that Dr. Jericho has made.
Okay.
Ez is like right up next to you, DJ. And is like, you know what? The vampires were interesting, but I need to know. I just need I've known you guys for what, a day now, 2 days maybe. I don't know who keeps track anymore.
I mean, I guess
2
you
days
could
and
say
several hours.
we're a little different, and I'll take off my hat of disguise.
Oh wow. Okay. He turns to Sarzeneth. You too?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take my glasses off, and I have the 2 different colors eyes, and I'll take my jacket off and my wings.
It's like, oh, this is really cool. And he looks to Irina, and she's like, no, I'm very sorry.
You fit right in, and I'll kind of tap my foot on his fake leg.
And he's like, okay, first of all, how are you shape-shifting so much? And I want to circle back to the wings, and you are definitely a hag. I have studied enough hags to know that you are a hag. And he just like points right at you, Roxy.
Not yet, I'm not, but I dream that one day I might be.
He looks at everyone else, looks back at Roxy. That is a hag, yes?
Not yet.
Not
No,
quite.
that is.
I
They're
am the
green.
creation of one, for sure.
Really?
But
You've studied so many hags, and you think they're all green? Way to be racist towards hags.
It's very true. There are sea hags. There are night hags.
You are a green hag.
To be more precise,
I am the product of one.
And could develop into becoming one. However, not all creatures that have the same appearance are quite hags. Some are the precursors to what they could become, and some are the product of hags' creations.
Some are both.
Exactly.
Have you ever heard of the land of Haslin?
I've heard of it. I've not visited.
It's where I'm from. The magic there is almost ruined it. And there are random surges that cause things like this to happen because of those in the surroundings tampering with things they shouldn't.
So you were a human before?
I was never born a human, but I was born to humans.
Okay.
This was my father, and I'll put the hat back on, and I'll look like my father. And this was my mother, and I'll change to my mother. And those with high passive perception will notice that a lot of my disguises kind of look like an in-between the two.
And you were born your mother and father and became a hag, but not a hag, like an almost hag, a pre-hag.
I was born with a magical energy that corrupted my features. Both of my parents are human. I never was. This is what I assume I would have looked like, and I'll change to the first disguise anyone saw me in. Had I been born the way it was intended.
And you, and he just kind of points over at you, DJ. You just are a bunch of people in there?
My story takes too much time that we don't have to divulge. I will express this. I have existed long before many, and I will exist long after. My original form, I created a way of eternal life. However, the side effects is that life is not continuous, but recycling. Each one bound to me by memory, time, reoccurrence, until it would all accumulate back to me. And once I am complete, the cycle repeats.
I might actually be able to help a little bit if you trust me to let your defenses down.
You speak to me.
Yes.
And what help do you plan to provide?
I think I can dig inside your mind and help you recover anything lost.
I would accept it if it wasn't for the fact that the moment my memories become complete, I perish again.
Okay, just let the offer stands. If you ever want to know it all, just let me know, and I will help you with that.
If you do, I'll die.
I appreciate the offer. The sentiment is understood. I'm assuming we are walking while doing this, right?
Yeah.
I would say all the while you hear like the
yeah, that's all I wanted to make
getting
sure.
quiet.
I don't assume the doctor's gonna stop for anything, so I just assume we're all just walking as we go.
The doctor's got the sword sheath and it's just like,
As you guys are walking along and chatting, DJ, you definitely notice. You notice first a feeling along your face, and then you notice something kind of brushing the hair out of Sarzeneth's face while she's distracted talking, and Roxy's. You guys kind of feel this as well, but you know, it's very dark. There's a lot of trees. You might mistake it for branches as you're walking along, but DJ, with your 4,000 perception that is passive, you definitely notice almost like a bony finger kind of just reaching through something, brushing a face here. Kind of trailing in the dirt. Say what?
Upon feeling it, plainly, if you choose to continue and pester, no, I will not make your suffering quick. And we'll continue like nothing's happening.
Roxy's gonna
why
think
are we-
he's talking to her.
I'm so
because I was
sorry.
just
I'm not going to
badgering
ask
stuff.
about your identities anymore.
As in Roxy are next to each other, like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have just bothered them about their past. Like, we should just let it go.
Yeah, I was just curious out of purely
I just-
research and
Not of you.
What? Oh,
There are lingering creatures, in essence, wishing to pester. The bony finger of someone overreaching. And I do believe if it is the hags who continue to be a nuisance, I will sever their mortal coil.
can I try to reach for thoughts outside of our little group circle? Not necessarily
you
what the
try
thoughts
anything.
are. I'm just gonna reach out and
And while doing that, I do have detect magic up.
just kind of branch out and see if I can feel a psychic connection or anything that I might be able to make.
And Sarzaneth isn't walking with her because her wingspan is like 7 feet long, maybe longer. So she's just gonna put her wings, fold them up. She's not gonna put them away though.
okay. Your detect magic, whoever was casting that, I forgot already, is
Can you keep up
gathering.
with us shoving stuff at you nonstop?
You're gathering very, 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 very faint, some sort of faint item of magical, but it's like you can't quite. It's too far.
So it's not within 30 feet?
It is and isn't.
Okay.
Roxy, what was yours that you did?
I'm trying to
Detect thoughts.
sense, yeah, if I can make a psychic link with anything nearby outside of the minds I'm aware of.
You can't. You can send. Wait, how far does it reach? How does it reach?
It doesn't say.
Okay, so then for starring,
It doesn't say I have to see them. It doesn't say I have to, or how long. It just says telepathically to any creature.
To any creature. Telepathic link. So it's not detect thoughts.
It's not detect thoughts. If I choose, once I make the link, I can use that. But for just the link, it's different. I'm not trying to see what they're thinking. I'm just trying to see if I can find something out there that's hiding.
You could make a telepathic link with any of your party members. And for a brief moment, you feel you could make a telepathic link with something about 60 feet down the trail. And that disappears.
And disappears. Okay.
Sarzaneth, as you bring your wings in, I need you to make me a wisdom savings throw.
All right.
Nothing to be worried about, I'm sure.
9.
9.
Ouch. 9.
9. Yeah.
No.
So
Typically 9 does mean no.
you bring your wings in and you feel something brush against them as you do, as kind of all this is happening at the same time. And the rest of you watch as Sarzaneth is transformed into a squirrel.
Okay. Okay.
Do I see myself as a squirrel?
You suddenly are like, you're like, I'm so close to the ground, and you look up and the trees are huge, and you look back at your party and they're really tall.
I am going to smack Irina's leg since I was walking next to her.
Well, I mean, she lets out a scream. She's like, Sarsenet! Like, it looks like you've just disappeared. Because everything, I mean, it's just like the brush and stuff here is really heavy too. So you kind of like go over. So when polymorph hits, can you like talk and stuff? I'm curious.
No, you
No.
become
No,
that creature.
you are a
still have your
squirrel.
mind.
Creature.
You still have your mind about you, but you are that creature.
She kind of looks down and is like, Sarsenet, is that you?
I'm gonna like crawl up her leg.
Ah! Squirrel!
Do I recognize the spell? For I have just used it this morning on someone?
Yeah. I mean, you saw like Sarsenet like poof. There's a very distinct poof that comes with a polymorph.
If we give her
There's
an
a
hour, she'll come
polypoof.
back.
A polypoof?
A
Really?
polypoof.
So is it a Polly Pocket poof?
That's a throwback.
You can does anybody know how to put her back into
You can either hit her really hard or just wait an hour.
hit her really hard, like
Yeah, I mean, if
She
you
is
kill
a
the squirrel,
squirrel.
if you kill the squirrel, she will come back. Here, I'll show you, and I'll hit the squirrel with a dagger.
you just come up and stab the
No,
squirrel.
I order Bob to do it. Bob, squirrel, dagger.
All right. Bob goes, you guys have to kill Sarsenet.
No, you trust me. I've never steered you wrong or lied about anything.
The squirrel starts chittering at Roxy.
Like slow-mo, like it's like wee, stab.
Well,
As
they can't
you-
have too many hit points. It probably only takes one good hit. But I mean, I imagine that Bob is also sloppy, so he probably gets Sarsenet or Irina a couple
Irina
times.
takes about 3 points of stabbing damage, and she's like, oh.
Bob the squirrel. We've talked about this. No, don't hack. Stab.
She's like some healing energy over
If
her
you
hand
weren't
as the
shaking
blood
so
drips.
bad, he wouldn't be stabbing you.
As soon as
I
I turn,
wasn't shaking.
do I turn back into myself and then squish Irina?
And she's
Probably drops
holding
you.
Get stabbed. You just kind of unpolymorph like in her hands, and she's like, oh, and you like drop to the ground in front of her.
See? She's not dead.
Ouch.
She's back.
That was not. All right, Roxy, why'd you do that?
Ez is like, you do it too. Everyone here can transform. I don't know how you guys are doing it. This is so cool.
Okay, I didn't do that one. Roxy did that one to me.
I didn't do that one to you. I didn't cast that spell.
It is the hags that pester us.
You guys are being pestered by hags.
You make that sound like that's not normal.
I mean, technically, you are also being pestered by hags
I'm
since
not
you
a
are
hag
now.
yet.
Not you.
You're
I am
guilty
not
by
the racist one
association.
towards hags.
But in your favor, this is personal, so I don't think they'll kill you fast or last. One of the two.
Or it could be fast and last.
Wait, that's personal with me?
No,
it's personal
with
against us. They really don't like us. We stole their
kind
skin
of-
dress. We stole their skin book. We set
Tried
loose
to kill
their
them.
frogs.
Why would you steal their skin book?
Because we needed
had-
it.
has
I love
yummy
how you
information in
didn't
this.
question the skin dress, but you questioned the skin book.
Someone has a side of them they haven't brought out yet.
Yeah, right? Yeah, no kidding. At least we are not the only ones that transform.
You know what? All right. I am taking my notes.
Here's the
Moving
book.
along.
Here's the skin book. It's got some great notes in it.
I'm
Grabs it
going
and starts
to
reading as he walks.
If you
I am
read the
going to-
language,
re-extend my wings so I don't run into the same problem.
He opens the book and he closes it. He goes, I do not read this language. Here you go. Well, okay. Being bothered by hags, got it.
oh, and by the way, they're also popping in and out of the ethereal plane. I could detect one for a moment, but then they disappeared.
Okay, well,
But once we're out of these woods, hopefully it's a little less of an issue.
anyone know why there's no light yet?
Are the trees super thick? Does it look like there should be light?
The trees aren't thick enough to block out all sunlight. No,
As we're moving,
you can see the sky.
Doctor is going to cut a tree, not like down, but just like a deep enough cut, and then continue moving. He's going to do that every so often.
You cut into the tree, and it starts oozing thick crimson goop.
Okay. He's going to do that to another tree soon.
Do you think you can fly up and maybe see how far we are from the edge of the woods?
Me?
Yeah, maybe see what's going on with the light, if you're comfortable with that.
No, thank you. I don't want to get turned into a squirrel again. It was not a fun time being a squirrel.
Turn you back.
I don't want to get stabbed again. Again, being stabbed is not a fun time.
Doctor reaches into their plate mail, pulls out baby boombox, and then just chucks them in the air.
They fly into the air.
Okay. Do they come back down?
Sees that and then throws the dagger.
Do they come back down?
Air.
They come back down.
If they come back down and I catch them?
Whee!
All right, so I needed to tell me what it saw.
How far did you throw into the air?
I can probably throw it like a ranged weapon, so at least 60 feet, because it's tiny.
Mm-hmm. Give me a strength check.
With disadvantage, because we're
with
exhausted.
disadvantage.
How long have we been walking?
I'd say you've been walking for 30 minutes since the vampire incident.
All right, so I don't have my boost anymore. Okay. This about to be terrible. Oh, it was a natural 20, but it's disadvantage, so it's a regular 20.
You know what? I'm so sorry you have to go through this. We're here for you if you need to talk.
Okay, so you like punt. Is that even the right word? You're like pew and chuck him in the air. He comes back down and tells you, psychically communicates.
Mm-hmm. They can communicate with me that way. Basically, wanted to see if the forest, if they can see the castle, what does the forest look like? Why does it look dark? And things like that. To get a general, quote unquote, bird's eye view.
He tells you, do I have to come up with a voice?
No.
Okay.
Because Baby Boombox has a voice if you want.
I mean, what's your robot voice? Let's hear it.
Baby Boombox does not sound like a robot.
Dark out there.
Baby Boombox sounds like a nightmare-fueled nightmare.
Okay, let's hear that one.
Yeah, Baby Boombox is an eldritch horror in the body of a teddy bear.
It is dark. No, it is, everywhere is dark. The woods are dark. The sky is dark. He's like, I convey? I don't know what Boombox is. You,
No gender, it's an
The
item.
robot teddy
they
bear.
explain that, the castle is, a ways away. They saw a windmill. They saw big rocks. They saw, more trees. They saw somebody up ahead. A river.
Okay, so none of it looked odd in a way that seems manufactured. Like those positions look accurate from what?
He says it just looks like night. And then he's like, but according to my calculations, because I'm sure Baby Boombox has an innate ability to tell time like a magic robot.
Does now.
Does now.
Right? Does now.
Does not.
According to my calculations, it should be mid-morning. There should be light, but there is none.
And specifically, the moon was out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it does appear to be stuck in night, not just dark. It's perpetual nighttime at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, that's even freakier for some reason.
DJ keeps walking and cuts another tree.
Each time you cut a tree about 60 feet into the woods, you hear
Emphasizing, if what I'm cutting is undead in any capacity, it will take additional damage.
what you're cutting is a tree,
Okay.
but it's
Saying
oozing
undead
blood
trees, you
every
know.
time you do.
Detect magic doesn't give me anything about this trees that I'm cutting.
Nope, it's just syrup coming out of it.
Some syrup.
Syrup.
Yeah.
Is it
Sorry,
cherry?
audience, that was an inside joke.
Is it cherry syrup?
Cherry syrup.
It's pronounced Sirenscape because it's like a mermaid siren. They just
I
use
also
Y
agree.
instead of
Yes.
an I.
And yes, these trees
To be
bleed maple
creative.
syrup.
Oh my gosh.
I agree. I do think it is Sirenscape, and it is not syrup. But syrup is just really fun to say.
So about this maple syrup, these trees are leaking. So from everything, they seem like normal trees.
They seem like
There's
normal
no-
trees.
There's no magic tethered to them that I can detect.
No.
All right, I'm gonna keep cutting trees as I keep making my way through.
All right. Just a symphony of off in the woods.
I'll lean into as
Scared to
you know
move
what?
closer.
But these trees, why they're screaming?
I don't think it's the trees screaming. It's past the trees. It's in the dark. I think.
I don't know if you
it's,
noticed, but every time one gets cut, it bleeds and screams.
I don't think
bleeds.
it's screaming.
It's the same noise as the creatures, the vampires, the mindless ones.
Yeah.
They're following us.
So
There's
they're
at
timing.
least-
They're timing their screams for each time a tree gets cut. That seems oddly coordinated for a monster.
Well, we've got at least 10 of them tailing us this whole time so far.
Why?
You
How?
can hear them like walking along, right? They're trying to be quiet, but they're not.
I don't
being
know if you
very
know this,
quiet.
but I don't pay attention to my surroundings.
Roxy does not.
Fair. Irina's just like walking with sword in hand, like, ready? I'm ready. I'm ready.
Bob
Yeah,
is
to clarify,
mimicking her with the dagger.
I am providing a 30-foot bright light and an additional 30 feet dim light. So that's my total light range in this area is 60 feet because of the sword, as long as it's drawn.
You hear the sound of coughing up ahead as you
Slice.
near the river.
I'm
Are
gonna
you saying like, are you actually like running toward the coughing noise to slice?
No, I sliced another tree just in case.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
I'm gonna stick my
gonna-
finger in the goo and eat it to see if it tastes like blood or something else.
Or cherry syrup.
Previous to that, I would like to cast light on Irina's sword.
Okay, so she's like, I'm ready. I'm really ready. I'm really ready.
Bob looks at his dagger like, why doesn't mine do that? I'm sorry, I don't have that. I'm so sorry.
You like dip your finger in the blood and lick it, and it's blood, and you're like, oh.
It just tastes like normal blood
Mhm.
from a tree. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
We got some
I'm gonna
bloody
take a little
trees in the
bit
forest.
of the dirt from the roots around the tree and taste that. Does it taste like blood also?
Only where the blood dripped into the dirt.
So
It
it doesn't
tastes
taste like the ground
like-
is just soaked in blood and it's soaking into the trees.
No, it just tastes like dirt.
Okay.
Is the coughing in our pathway?
So the path ends at a river. And as you approach this river, you hear and you look over and you see this little old lady, and she's got a couple like a basket on each arm. She's got like this puffy white hair, and you can see her kind of emerging from the tree line where this river is, and she just kind of stops and looks and and just like waits to see what you guys, because you guys are like walking with swords and stuff. You've got like blood on whatever you've been slashing these trees with, and she's like,
My face.
How close is she to us?
I'd say like 30 feet away.
So my detect magic is active.
Uh-huh.
Do I detect any magic on this old lady?
You detect some kind of magic, but it's...
The transformation magic?
It does tell me specifically I can see the faint aura, and if it bears any magic, I know what school of magic, if any. So just let me know if it's more of a spell or just a magical person.
You're getting pings of illusion magic as she's holding these baskets very close to her.
Like on her entirely, or like...
Some parts stronger, like very strong from the baskets.
I'll say into DJ's mind, what do you think we're dealing with here? Do you think this is a coincidence?
Out loud, it's probably a hag, but it is of no concern to me. And we'll continue walking towards this river.
I'm not a hag. And she kind of watches as you walk past and aren't going to kill her, and she's like, "You want to buy some fruit, please? Maybe?"
If you're not a hag, I suggest heading home.
What kind of fruit are you selling?
I've got plums, apples, and pears. And she holds out her baskets.
Sure.
And she kind of like starts to approach you guys, sees all the weapons, steps back a little. It's like,
I'll approach her.
I've not seen very many potential customers this morning because it's very dark
I'm gonna cast
outside.
Detect Thoughts. I'm paranoid. After the way we woke up, I'm paranoid now. I'm detecting thoughts. There is no saving throw unless I want to pry, but I'm just getting surface thoughts.
It doesn't work. You try to cast the spell and it seems to not take.
Sarzanet, do not eat that fruit.
I look
It's
at Roxy.
organic.
I say it, and I'm saying this out loud.
I look at Roxy. I look back at the old lady and then pull out my coin purse.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. It's just a copper piece for one piece of fruit, or 10 for a dozen.
Doctor will approach from the side and put the blade between SARS and the old lady.
Her mind is blocked. She's not who she says she is. She's guarding
The
something.
last time someone tried to provide food, it was pies made of involving the hags.
I'm not a hag. I'm just an old lady.
This is fruit. And it's not probably... It's fine. I'm gonna find something to do with it. I'm supporting local businesses, okay?
There is illusion magic upon this basket. Be so pleased to follow the curse. And we'll sheath the blade. Then it is of your own choice. And we'll go back to determine the best way across the river.
What do you do, Sars?
I'm gonna roll my eyes and then hand her a gold piece and then just follow DJ.
Oh, thank you. And she takes the gold piece. What about your fruit?
It's okay. You can sell it to somebody else too.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And she kind of hobbles off into the woods where you guys have left, as you hear the resounding, like the...
If she is who we think she is,
the woods.
you just gave her something of your person. That's not going to end well for you.
She probably already had something of my person anyway. I mean, she literally stole DJ. Or the hags literally stole DJ. So it's not like we were going to be able... They turned me into a squirrel.
We got you back.
You stabbed me.
I did not. Bob did. He did a
Told Bob
fantastic
to
job.
stab me. No, he didn't. He stabbed Irina too.
Well, she was shaking a bunch.
No, she wasn't. I was in her hand.
Then you moved. Don't blame him. He doesn't know what he's doing.
That's a zombie. The zombie was shaking.
She just hobbles off into the woods. You hear, first you hear the screeching of these vampires. Then you hear the flapping of wings.
How wide is this river?
It is a good 20 to 30 feet wide and rushing water.
How deep can I tell from here?
If he drinks from the
I was
river,
gonna say, if you just lick the water, would you get to
Technically,
know is that?
It only works on architecture, and I don't think rivers count as architecture. If there was a dam nearby.
it's a canal. It's a man-made canal.
If it's a canal, I could do it. If it's a river, damn. This is a very
puns.
good differentiating question.
Pun intended? Question mark.
Hard to tell
Well,
in the dark, even with 40 perception.
oh, damn. With
Can
my
I-
60 foot of light and my 40 perception, damn.
Yeah, it's running
Can
pretty
I-
hard.
Can I grab Irina and fly over it? I'm gonna let them try and figure out how
Sorry,
to
just like ha, like ah, as you fly over to the other side of the river.
That's one way to do it. I could get us over, but it might leave me vulnerable later on.
As DJ takes a few steps back. Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna
Sprints and jumps.
Acrobatics.
That'd be that would be a
Because of
long
exhaustion.
It's
running
okay.
jump, right?
Because after all my body modifications, I have a flying speed, remember? So whatever I can't make it, I'll just fly the rest.
Okay.
Giant orc with these tiny little gargoyle wings. Just looks like Cupid incarnate.
The best part is you don't really see them because you're just like, how is it? It looks like I'm hovering, but really I'm flapping for dear life.
Yeah. Anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say.
So DJ has done a run, jump, and little gargoyle flappies across the rest of the way. Lands next to you, Roxy, and Ez is like, well, you know, I don't have baby wings, and I don't.
You need help?
Have big wings, so if you guys can't help me get over, I'm just gonna try and swim this thing.
I can help you get
Yep,
over, but
we're
what
not-
do I get out of it?
We're not. No, Roxy, stop.
What? I have to use my abilities to help him. I would like something in exchange.
I'm not.
I'm leaving myself vulnerable.
I'm going to go grab Ez. Just by like his collar and just like carry him over.
Ah! Roxy, tell me how you and Bob get over.
I just grab Bob by the hand and be like, "It's just you, me, old friend," and dimension door cross.
Oh, like I'm gonna be jumping into that river would be hilarious.
So
Floop.
Bye bye.
I just open a door and whoop, we both walk across the river, just appear.
You're on the other side of the river.
Oh no, I'm gonna do it into the farther into the woods so they don't see where we land. Because I can go 500 feet. I'm gonna go just past where I can still see the party, but they don't know where we went.
Wonderful. So, Roxy.
You're gonna get
Oh,
a
this was
tab.
definitely not a Roxy choice. This was a Tyler choice because
And that's why Rock's about to take 30 points of damage from something.
it's fine. Everyone healed me and I have my own healing spells.
Roxy, you find yourself surrounded by tall, standing stones, stood in piles of human teeth.
Well, this didn't quite
Look
work
back
out.
at the
Where
woods.
it did not land where I wanted to. This is odd. I just look at Bob. What did you do? That spell was supposed to just get us across the river.
He just kind of like looks around in a panic as well.
Dagger out. Be prepared.
Out ahead of you, you see a familiar structure. 20 feet away. As the
Windmill
things, the V's on the thing are like, whoosh,
The windmill?
whoosh. Yeah, the windmill. What are the things called?
The blades?
Thank you. The blades on the windmill, slowly, whoosh, 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 making their way
Yup.
around,
Uh-huh.
around,
Uh-huh.
around. Roxy, unfortunately, you also see before you a woman in white.
The
As she
same
kinda
one from the
steps out.
woods?
No. As she steps out from behind one of these stones, and she puts her hands together, reaches outward, and casts this sickly greenish energy towards you with a 15 to hit.
And it hits.
That hits. That is 16 poison damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make a Constitution savings throw.
Taking the damage. Con save. 9. Oh, nope, 11.
11.
So much better than a 9.
At least it's
So-
double digits.
You are poisoned.
All right.
So this greenish energy hits you. You feel it overtake your body, and the overwhelming sense to, I guess, ARF comes over you as you keel forward and just begin to lose anything you had consumed in the last day without going into details, because that's just gross. As
Probably
Bob kind of looks
something
over.
weird.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line as barf. Like, I'm good with blood, and, like skin and hair, but like, ugh.
I will take off my hat of disguise so that I am seen for who I am.
Interesting move.
I mean you no harm. You are of my kin. I bet we could come to an arrangement.
She kind of tilts her head, says, you know, I would have been so much more inclined, but you guys took something of mine, and I can't get it back. So you're going to convince your friend to give it back to me, and I'll let you go along your way. Although the Countess would much prefer I went ahead and took care of you before you got any closer. I'd be happy to let you go if I got my possession back.
What is it we took from you? Exactly, you're gonna have to be specific. I'm sorry, we've made a lot of bad decisions.
At this point, Sarzaneth and DJ and Ez and Irina.
And Irina.
And I think that's everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Rictavio went running as a direwolf, and Todd went in the carriage, so it's just the rest of us.
And the pack of dubstep is in my pouches.
The pack of dubstep is in your pouches. You kind of make your way through the tree line at this point. I assume you all kept walking.
Yeah, we're like, Roxy's dead. Oh well.
She points directly at DJ. They looked different then. But once I get it back, I will let you all go. And back in initiative order at this moment. You can say what you would like though, Roxy.
To be quite fair and honest, we took a few things from your place, just in total honesty. What is it that you are looking to get back?
It's not a what, it is a who.
They're
They
not
were mine.
yours.
DJ, what do you do?
How close are we?
Top of initiative order. I'd say you're like 60 feet away at this point.
Okay.
But you can use your movement to move forward. You just see this woman in white who's just pointing at you and you can see this like greenish energy coming back to her other hand as Roxy is down on the ground, throwing up.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, you don't feel great, Roxy, at all. You are poisoned, so take that as you will.
What we're gonna do is we're just gonna use action to move. I can walk 35 feet, so that put me at 25 feet away. And so many options. What is it that you need?
You took a marked friend of mine from the village of Barovia. At least my sources tell me they saw you consuming them. That is my soul, and I will have it back, please. I had been working on them for months.
I offer you another trade. You let us be, and you get to live.
But you see, the Countess has offered much more.
We don't have any. We don't have them anymore. We let them go.
Depending on which one, I've consumed a lot of paper.
It's the
You
one
did
that
not
we
let
blew
them
up.
go because I cannot sense them. I cannot find their soul.
We did let them go.
Blew up one, we bent one, we scorched one, we animated one.
It's
That's
the
the
one
one.
we blew up.
It's the one we blew up?
The one I animated.
Yeah, it's the animated one, yeah.
Yeah.
The animated one that blew up.
You blew up my barkeep?
Oh, the barkeep.
Yeah, we didn't do it on purpose.
Don't. I tried to bring him back. I did. I wanted to bring him back. It just
Bonus
didn't work
action,
out.
dash to close the full distance.
Okay. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Just tell the story. Sarseneth, what do you do in this moment?
I am going to fly my 50 feet closer for my movement action. I am then going to hold an action for her to become aggressive, and I will cast a spell.
Okay. You hold. Oh, so you're holding the action.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Roxy.
I just kind of stand up a little shaky. And then, since everyone can actually see my skin, you'll kind of see veins turn black leading up to my eyes that turn black again. I'm not one who comes to anger quickly, but I just can't have you here, and I'll fireball them. Just surrounding them, it starts to be smoke and black inky tendrils, kind of like what it shows in my veins and eyes, and then it kind of just consumes around them and explodes.
Why did I imagine you saying, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good?
Spider-Man is my favorite, just putting that out there.
Well, here's the thing.
DC 16.
DC 16?
Dexterity.
Oh my. That would be an 8?
I got a 16.
So you will take half.
Oh no! Because
Yeah, I'm standing right there.
That's a lot of dice.
Well,
is
Okay.
it Sarseneth there too?
Never cast this
No.
spell before. That was a lot of dice.
Can't
Yes.
you put it so the 30 feet just
could.
hits?
I probably could. I don't. Sorry, Doctor.
Yeah.
You take 13 and they take 26.
26. Dang. Okay. So you see,
Bonus
do
action
this-
hex. on intelligence.
Okay.
They see my shadow reach from my body and consume this person.
Hex. Did you say that a lot in a row? Sounds like something else.
I just
oh
had
my
sex
gosh.
or hex with them, everybody. I just had hex with this hag.
Okay, so you curse the creature to... So do they make a check or anything? No, you just
Nope.
curse them.
Yep.
Nope.
It's just a curse.
Okay.
And they have disadvantage on...
Intelligence-based saving throws.
Yeah, I did. I was
checks.
going to change it. No, I said intelligence. They have disadvantage on intelligence checks.
Yeah, it's checks. That's right.
Okay, so you can see she puts her hands to her head, and as she's recoiling from this damage, it almost seems as though she feels like this really strong ringing in her ears as she drops to the ground, and you can see like her hands and everything, they kind of keep glitching between this, dainty, pale woman disguise and like these strong purple-esque hands and fingers and claws, and just kind of holding herself and moving back and forth. You can see the damage done from your fireball has left these deep scorches all over her, as though it was like necrotic energy that had seared into her everywhere.
So there's not like smoldering smoke or anything. It looks like it almost rotted them away a bit.
There's also smoke. Like, it is all sorts of weird stuff happening, and you get this sense that that something else was kind of assisting in this spell that you cast. Irina finally gets a turn in initiative. Is going to run forward, and she is going to try and hit with her sword for
Irina.
For a 10. So she goes running forward, and you can tell as she gets closer that she kind of puts her hands to her head and moves back out of range from this woman and drops her sword and is kind of like, oh god, and just kind of clutches forward in pain and steps away from this woman instead of being able to hit. So what is she allowed to do, not allowed to do?
No.
With this hex?
The hex is purely... Oh my goodness, where did...
Just can't make intelligence-based checks with disadvantage. Other than that, she's fine.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, she kind of flips and is going to immediately try to get the nearest person, which I believe is DJ. Yes. With a... you need to make a dexterity savings, sir, DJ.
All right. That is an 11. I'm going to use Flash of Genius to make it a 15.
Okay, and that your 11 was with disadvantage?
That's only on ability checks, right?
Is it only on ability checks? Okay.
For exhaustion, yeah.
For first level,
for the first level of exhaustion, yes.
Got it. Okay, so what was your total?
15.
15. Okay, so you see this lightning bolt shoot out of her hands, but it's jagged. She aims it towards you, and you can see that it just falls short, shoots outward in a different direction, connecting with a tree and setting this tree aflame. And then it just kind of fizzles out as she screams from the sheer energy output it took from her to be able to cast that spell. And it is your turn.
I am going to, with blade drawn, cast Booming Blade to consume my Radiant Blade in this swarming energy that starts to pick up debris and make my attack.
All right.
Also, I will say that when she cast that, my held action would go off.
Hostile action.
And what was your spell?
Guiding Bolt.
Guiding Bolt.
So I rolled an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Great. I will then do 15 radiant damage. I don't know if radiant does more or not. And then the next person to hit has advantage, which would be DJ.
Okay.
Ha-cha-cha.
As this light streaks towards her, and she's like, after this, she's like, zoo, and then there's like, and she's like, ah. Yep.
And an 18 to hit.
That hits. DC 17, so you're good to go.
Ooh, good thing I had that advantage because I rolled an 11. All right, so assuming, let's see, that's going to be 9 plus 6. That's going to be 15 points of radiant damage. If she is undead, she'll take an additional 7 points of radiant. And then she's going to take 9 points of thunder damage on top of that.
Okay. Tell me what this looks like. I mean, she's not dead, but go ahead and describe what's happening.
Oh. With a swift blade strike, from going for aiming specifically for the neck, not to cleave, but to make a point on the shoulder, we'll take the blade in a backward swing and slice downward just enough to cut, but we'll pull the blade to instead sever the head. Will just leave a good maimed scar as the radiant energy will glow, and then the wind will cyclone around her body, creating a very, very thin veil around every inch of her body.
Intriguing.
Bonus action, Baby Boombox will run along the arm and the blade and use it as a springboard to drop the base.
To drop the base.
Let's get that good old flanky flank. I'll go ding for the flanky flank because that was a
Flanky
terrible
flank.
roll on you.
Blanky flank.
Flanky flank. I don't think it's going to be much better. Natural 20. Okay. Baby Boombox with a natural
It
20.
could be better.
It could be better. It could be better. So that's going to be, what is it, 4 plus 2. So it's going to be 6 points of force damage. And the hag's going to feel a little pinprick.
Oh no! What? No! No! What have I done? No! Wait, no! Oh no! Oh no!
I'm gonna let the DM sit on this one for a little while.
Oh no! Oh, my plans!
I mean, Roxy still has a plan regardless of what body this person is in.
Okay. Tell me what... Actually, so the Baby Boombox, your homunculus in Baby Boombox is now transferred to this hag's body.
Yes.
As this happens, you see the form go from that of a beautiful woman to that of a grotesque purple demon-looking thing. Just kind of rips out. And Baby Boombox is experiencing all sorts of pain and agony that this creature was experiencing moments ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
As the Baby Boombox that everyone sees, yeah, I'm gonna have to sit on that for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna, yep.
When the grotesque purple hag shows up, I'm gonna look at Ez and go, look, see, they're not all green. Don't be racist.
Ez is like, I know the difference between different hags. Okay.
Do you really? You said they were all green.
They're okay. That is a night hag. Okay, that isn't a fae.
Is it?
I think so.
Exactly.
And he kind of looks. I'm pretty sure that's a night hag. That's a fiend. They're a fiend. I have notes on things. I've got it all in a book. And as he's just like yelling about these things, you feel a familiar brush against your cheek, DJ. As
That makes sense.
you are transformed into a forest creature of your choice. Drop one now. 5, 4, 3,
Badger.
2.
Honey badger.
Honey badger. You become a honey badger.
Hufflepuff for life, y'all.
Sarzaneth, it is your turn.
Is there any indication that did I see Baby Boombox stab the night hag with.
I mean, we knew what was made.
And you watched it happen. Baby boombox went boom, and then the baby boombox is now the hag's soul in whatever how it works is inside a baby boombox, and baby boombox now has the body of the night fiend or night hag. So
Yeah.
Is there? Do I have permission to squash one baby boombox?
Technically, I'm a honey badger. I can't say anything.
Well, Sarzaneth would have asked this, knowing what was planned previously.
You would know that if you crush the body of baby boombox, it would sever the homunculus, and technically, that would just kill the hag immediately, because then the body would be discarded. But then so would the night hag's body would crumple because the baby boombox would evaporate too. So basically, would kill them both. That is just what you know. Whether or not you want to do it is up to you, but you know the price.
I'm not gonna kill baby boombox.
Scam. I got 4 more.
Are they each different? Is this the original one?
This is the original one.
I don't want to kill the original one.
Check our surroundings. I mean, who knows what's also around us?
Sarzaneth doesn't know what to do. She's gonna pick up baby boombox, not the night hag version, the one that the night hag is in. She is going to pick it up, and she's just gonna hold it. And if it tries to attack her, she will just.
You pick up the night hag boombox?
Yes.
Okay. You pick up
And
night
if
hag
it tries
boombox.
to attack her, she will punt it.
Well, it's not night hag boombox's turn, so she can't technically attack yet. So in this moment, you scoop as she is like. Roxy. You see this happen. You see Sarzaneth pick up night hag baby boombox. You see DJ turn into a honey badger.
So Roxy will walk over, stand in front of Zarzaneth and the baby boombox, and look out to the woods and to the windmill and say in a voice that doesn't sound like their own, "You think you're so powerful because of these souls that you consume? Well, this teach you a lesson that these souls are ours." And I'll put my hand on the boombox, and black tendrils start swarming around it and then explode as I cast Fireball directly on it.
I'm holding it.
You're also in the
I don't
range.
care. It's happening.
You feel like
I have to roll a dexterity save myself because I'm within the range.
you feel like this darkness taking over from the ground, like from within the earth itself, up through your feet, through your legs, through your chest, out your arms. You guys see that same inky blackness over Roxy's eyes as they were examining things earlier using guidance. And I'm not even going to have you roll, Roxy.
Well, whoever doesn't make the save takes 22 damage. If you make the save of DC 16, it's only 11 damage. Which probably means.
But
you have to
here's the
talk to
thing.
that.
Here's the thing. I'm going to DM interject here for a second because something else is happening at this same moment. You reach out with this. You intend to cast Fireball. What happens instead is you feel this energy coursing through you and using you as a vessel. And it feels angry. It feels, you get this sense of like finally, they have been a bane to our existence for years now. And as you reach out to cast this fireball, the energy you output is something else entirely. And all of you see this baby boombox explode. And you see two other figures suddenly fall, seemingly, into the same circle of stones with you and explode like a gremlin in a microwave.
Yes!
Just splat. as you are all covered in these like purple bits of skin and everything else.
Were they both, the other two, also night hags? Was it the rest of the coven?
It appears that 3 night hags have just exploded.
Got it.
From the simple touch of Roxy trying to cast this fireball spell while her eyes were completely clouded over in that inky black. And you watch as that ink kind of moves away. And Roxy, you have no recollection of even entering this circle.
I just start retching again from the poison and exhaustion.
And I do have a slight question just to make sure. So in the case of this swap, right? Are we going to say that the soul fully moves or just the consciousness? The difference is whether or not my homunculus can control the night hag's abilities while in the body or not. Like if I just take over the body, I don't know how to use it. But if we transfer the body soul, then my homunculus knows how to control the body.
No, it's a soul transfer, but they have the abilities of the body that they're in.
Yeah, the people that were attacking us were using our abilities against.
So so technically, with my baby boombox is not my homunculus. Then therefore, with that destroyed, the night hag body with baby boombox would be stable still, because that is actually now my homunculus, which means the pearl in the heart of baby boombox.
We have a pet zombie and a pet night hag.
You have a night hag that is actually baby boombox.
Yep.
We are gathering more friends.
Well, I got some research to do on my
We all knew what the question was. Yes, you have a pet
As
night
baby
hag now.
boombox looks over and sees what they've seen themselves as suddenly explode, and they just get this look of like...
It's a bit of existential dread. Yeah, that's
an Edgar Allan Poe childhood story.
They watched their old body and their forms of their new body both explode.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're probably pretty terrified.
Just like a wee bit, though, you know? Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit.
So...
No,
the whole time Roxy's retching like, the hags... They stole my teleportation.
They're dead.
What?
What do you think you're covered in?
You guys move quickly. You're the
one who destroyed them.
I think we both know at this point I am not a fighter.
Ez is like,
Whatever you want to tell yourself to sleep at night, I guess.
Why is he making that face at me again?
'Cause you exploded the hags. They went explodey.
and he like peels off some purple flesh from his face and just kind of drops it.
I mean, they're masters of illusion, so think what you wish.
All right, tell yourself whatever you have to sleep at night, I guess.
So Castle Ravenloft is right over that hill.
Are you gonna be okay?
You just stay over there. You're gonna stay over there.
But at least you saw the difference between us, right? It was very clear.
We're done with this conversation. I am heading to the castle. And then he kind of makes eye contact with Baby Boombox / Night Hag and's like, nope, and walks.
Would the explosion have done enough damage to a badger to put them back in their original? Oh, no, concentration was broken anyway.
Mm-hmm.
As I turn back, it'd be like, well, shade sword. Well then, thanks. Is it still like that perpetual night going on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the sword out. Well then, let us be on our way. Get some of the dirt and ash off from this explosion as the night hag follows behind.
So you guys walk off toward Castle Ravenloft gates right ahead that you can see.
Are we gonna deal with them?
Why would we deal with them?
What happened? Why are they
That's Baby Boombox.
I think I will have to unpack with Ez.
Drop the bass.
Well, that is definitely Boombox.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Someone will have to explain that to me as we walk.
As we're walking, their form will start to change and just become like a feminine version of Dr. Jericho, just to match that idea. And they just walk side by side, same plate armor, same sword, but obviously it's just what they look like, and just walks beside.
Oh yeah, she doesn't look feminine. She doesn't look like the woman. She looks like a purple night hag.
Yeah, because they have the ability to change shape, so we're just going to change shape into that.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, we're using change shape. Yeah, when I'm not walking around with this thing behind me, it's...
I'll link arms with Boombox and be like, we'll coordinate, and then I'll use disguise self to match, but not be identical.
Very cool. So you look like a bunch of cultists kind of walking in the woods. Sounds great. That's where we're going to end the episode tonight. What?
I have a radiant sword. By default, we're no longer cultists.
Follow my light.
No, we burned down that house. Literally.
Yeah, so anyways, episode done.
Come on, another hour.
Wow. Okay, so that was interesting. You guys are to the gates of Castle Ravenloft, which is where we will start next week, our last 2 episodes of this entire series, beginning at Castle Ravenloft. And let's go ahead and outro. I'm gonna reverse order. Ty, you want to go first?
Yes. My name is Ty Stone. I at lame_riot on Twitter. Like I've said, I've worked with Beth the Bard, writing content. We always have stuff going on. And tonight I was Roxy, the Hexborn Bard, who, has some fun secrets.
Next up, you know what?
Yeah,
I think we've decided Jay is going to go last all the time.
Great.
Fenway.
Fantastic. Hi, everyone. My name is Fenway Jones, also known as Fenway the Teen DM on Twitter and at Jasper's Game Day on all of the social medias. You should definitely check us out on Twitter. We have some fun things coming up, as well as if you are going to be at GameholeCon this weekend, you should definitely check out our Jasper's Game Day get-together that is happening on Thursday night. You can check out my socials for more infos about that.
Very cool. Okay, now Jay, go for it. Do your thing.
Oh, yeah, I can do the thing. All right, I'll do the thing.
Do the thing.
Oh, hey, what can I
Twilight's
say?
own voice.
Oh, damn, hold on. Let me do this first. Oh, hey, what can I say? It's been J Casual. Find me on all social media at Just2Casual and Casual Creativity over on Twitch, where as of November 1st, I am going back on my full-time stream schedule, including some motivational speaking, poetry, world building, and homebrew TTRPG content, including November 5th, I'm doing Thornspire Village, a Resident Evil themed one-shot, where I will take a few adventurers through my own rendition of a D&D Raccoon City. You can find me on all other channels doing all kinds of things like the Initial Order, Gilding Light, Creators Assemble, playing all kinds of characters. But most importantly, you can find me coming soon, releasing the pre-launch for Deep Breath, the retrofuturistic urban fantasy setting inspired by anime and JRPGs, where old world of magic hits new world of technology, and we get to enjoy the anime goodness that is. But stay tuned for next week as more darkness dives deeper into what this land accursed brings between hags, vampires, pain, misery, and truly the darkest part, our own sanity.
Now, Beth, you get to follow that.
Yeah,
Now you know how we feel.
So yeah, next week is what do they call it? The penultimate. It's the one before the finale.
Yeah, the penultimate.
And next week is our penultimate.
Second to last.
I just call it the pre-finale because I can never say the word.
The pre-finale of this show. So definitely tune in for that because it's gonna be wild and Todd will be back. So you know, who knows what's going to happen. And
Somebody
don't.
Oh, also, I'm Beth the Bard everywhere at It's Beth the Bard. Come hang out with me. Follow me on Twitter, pretty please. And yeah, keep track of what's coming next after all this She is the Ancient stuff is concluded. The inspectors here on Gilding Light are off this week. There is no inspectors episode this week. But next week, no, not next week. Is it October? It's October 28th.
I believe that's next week.
October 28th, there will be a
Just
special one-shot 4 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, so you should check it out because it's going to be awesome. And it's a one-shot, so you don't have to catch up on anything. Yeah, so I will go ahead and see you guys next week. Thank you so much for being here. You're amazing. And bye! Are we out?